Code review was never the quality gate we pretended it was. AI didn't break code review. It just made the cracks impossible to ignore. In a recent post to LinkedIn, Gene Kim shares a conversation he had with Jez Humble, and Jez made a beautifully sarcastic remark where he said, "Don't worry about code reviews, Gene. Code reviews and approvals have always involved a lot of theater. We just need to perpetuate that illusion a little longer and keep pretending that humans are actually reviewing all that agent-generated code." I mean, AI made writing code 10 times faster, but reviewing it about 10 times harder. And guess which one we celebrate? But he's right. Let's be honest about what code review actually does in most teams today. A senior engineer skims through a diff at like 4 p.m., looking for obvious style violations. He or she may spot a null reference or two, but ultimately just clicks approve and away they go. And we call this quality assurance. We put it in our compliance docs and we sleep really well at night. Now scale that to AI-generated code. Coding agents can produce thousands of lines of code in minutes. And as Gene rightly points out, is it reasonable for us to be able to evaluate a 40K line change? Or does it really make it more feasible if we atomize it into 4,000 tiny 10-line diffs? You can understand each diff syntactically and still completely miss whether it's the right change because you weren't part of the reasoning that produced it. You have zero context, and it's like flipping into the middle of a book and knowing exactly where you are in the entire story. So what replaces it? I think the answer has been staring us in the face since the continuous delivery movement started. Your deployment pipeline is the assurance mechanism, not the human with the approve button. If your quality and security requirements aren't baked into your pipeline as automated checks, then code review was really never going to work anyway. It's not assuring them. You were just hoping that a human might catch the problem. And as we like to say at Octopus Deploy, hope is not a deployment strategy. So with Octopus, your release goes through a pipeline, and at every stage, the pipeline is verifying. Automated deployment steps run your checks. Environment-level guardrails control who and what can progress. And if something goes wrong in production, the recovery agent, which is awesome, helps you diagnose and roll back really fast. And it's not because a human designer caught it in a diff like 3 days ago. It's because your pipeline is designed to detect and respond in real time. At the end of the day, I don't think it really matters whether the code was written by a human or AI. What matters is that your pipeline can prove that it works before it hits production. That's really the only question worth asking. But I do want to flag a really hard bit that people skip over, which is code review genuinely serves a purpose that pipelines can't replace. And that's how junior engineers develop judgment. So what I mean by that is when you read other people's code, getting feedback on your own or absorbing the sort of unwritten why certain decisions are made, that is what we call mentorship. And if we as an industry let that disappear without replacing it intentionally, we end up with a generation of engineers who can prompt effectively but can't reason about why a system is shaped the way it is. In fact, this is something that we explore in the AI Pulse report. What happens with engineering quality when AI changes how we write and review code? So we need to be really, really deliberate here, which is pair programming, architectural reviews, structured mentorship that doesn't depend on the simple PR approval loop. So at the end of the day, Jez is right. Code review was always theater, and that's okay. AI is going to generate a tsunami of code, and our job isn't to try and stop it. Our job is to seek, in a sense, higher ground. Pipelines that prove that code works, and deliberate investment in the people who build it.